For today's practice, we will be doing some breath work or pranayama. Prana is life force energy and yama is restraint or control. So we're controlling and directing our life force energy. And this practice I call wave breath, and we're thinking about moving our breath into different parts of our body. And I'll explain the whole thing as we go through, but essentially as you inhale, you're gonna think of first filling your low belly, then filling your ribs, kind of the sides of your chest, and then filling the top of your chest. And as you exhale, we're going to do the opposite, thinking of emptying from the top, from the sides, and then from the belly. So kind of moving like a wave. And there's lots of different ways to practice this. Sometimes I just focus on the inhale, filling up and expanding those parts and do a complete exhale. Other times I do a full breath in and then do that part or that section. Start again. For today's practice, we're going to be doing some breath work or pranayama. And the word prana in Sanskrit represents life force or energy, and yama represents restraint or control. This breath practice today I call wave breath. We're going to think about directing our breath like a wave, kind of flowing into different parts of our body. And I'll explain the whole thing as we go through, but essentially we're filling up the low belly first, getting into the mid-chest, sides of the ribs, and then all the way into the top of the chest third. And that's one breath in, so it's kind of a directed breath. On the exhale, there's different ways to do it. You can do kind of the same direction, exhaling first from the bottom up, or exhaling from the top down. And today we'll do the top down, so it's kind of an equal and opposite, filling up and emptying. We'll start with just focusing on the inhale, filling up. I find that to be the most straightforward. And then eventually we'll begin to add in the emptying in that order of the exhale. And it's okay if you can't completely direct your breath into those places. Obviously, we're not breathing into our low belly or pelvic floor. Our lungs kind of expand down to where our ribs are. Our diaphragm, the muscle that helps us breathe, kind of creates this arc shape at the bottom of our ribs. So we're not really breathing into our belly, but we're thinking about expanding, using the core muscles to pull the breath all the way down to the bottom of our lungs, fill up completely in all directions. Also, something to keep in mind that I often forget is that our ribs and our lungs expand in all directions. We think about our chest, but also the sides of our body and the back of our body. So as you're breathing through this wave breath, I encourage you to think about that expansion through your back as well. Maybe you'll feel a nice stretch or a nice crack, and just notice how that feels. You can be in any comfortable position. I'm seated. It helps to have a nice tall spine, but if you're more comfortable lying down, you can certainly take this in more of a meditative or reclined shape. You might have your eyes closed, you might have them soft and open. Give yourself a moment here to simply arrive as we do in our regular yoga practices. Notice what's happening today, what you're feeling, what you're thinking about. Notice what your breath is like without changing it. And then start to take deeper breaths in and out of your nose. As you deepen your breath, notice how that feels in your body. Maybe where you feel your breath or feel a sense of expansion. What you associate with your breath, what comes up. And we'll start to continue that breath, but move into that wave sensation. So as you next inhale, think of filling first your low belly, sides of your chest, ribs, upper chest. Exhale it all out slowly. Again, breathe in, low belly, middle chest, sides of ribs, upper chest, and let it go. Inhale, low belly, middle, upper chest, exhale it out. Continue like that. It's a continuous breath in And yours might be faster or slower than me. Let's take one more round like that. Continue to breathe deeply, but let go of any control or direction of your breath. Now we're going to find the opposite. So we'll start with a full breath in, not worrying about where it's going or how it feels. And then think about exhaling first from your upper chest, then the sides of your ribs coming in, middle chest, and then emptying completely from your belly. So kind of the reverse of what you did. So start with a big breath in. Exhale from the top, middle, bottom. Full breath in. Exhale, top, middle, belly. Continue like that. Breathe in, top, middle, belly. In, top, middle, belly. Continue like that a few rounds on your own. And then back to a regular breathing pattern, nice and deep, continuous again. And we're going to combine the two. So as you next breathe in first to your low belly, ribs, upper chest. Exhale, upper chest, ribs, low belly. Continue, breathe in. Keep going. Doesn't matter what it feels like or if you've lost it. Just the act of breathing slowly and with awareness can help our nervous system reset and relax. Let's do one more round. And then back to a regular breath, slow and steady. Notice how you feel now. You can release any last control of your breath, come back to your regular breathing pattern. And as you move on with your day today and you find a moment where you need to reset, I encourage you to slow down, listen to, and start to control your breath. That control or restraint of energy or life force, pranayama, is a great way to reconnect, to come back, to find a little bit of stillness, and to just feel what's happening in the moment, and an easy way to practice your yoga. If you want to do a little bit more today, you can go back to one of the other days. You can find a little flow, a meditation, or simply know that practicing awareness and control of your breath is a yoga practice in and of itself. I'll see you tomorrow.